boy. Look at me, dying to go out and fight in the war with Papa, and all I can do is sit at home and knit like some pokey old woman.
Poor Joe.
Oh, I don't want your pity, 'cause one day I'll be a famous author, and I'll make a fortune writing books. Then I'll live and behave as I please. And Amy, you'll have dozens of dresses with satin and lace, and Meg will have plenty of handsome beaux to dance with, and a beautiful new piano for my Bethy.
I should like that.
So, no more fighting, and let's get to work on our play. Beth, play something gruesome for us. Amy, I've written you a new scene. It's wonderful.
Oh, no.
It's very simple. All you have to do is shout, Roderigo, Roderigo, save me, and then faint.
Roderigo, save me, save me. Oh, I don't want to make myself all black and blue. Throw myself the way you do, and besides, tumbling about would crush my paper Julian crown.
You don't have any jewelry, and you certainly don't have a crown.
Why not? I am a princess, am I not?
But you don't know it. You think you're a serving girl for Beth, Hagar the witch.
A princess always knows she's a princess.
Well, you don't. Now, you're locked in the tower, when suddenly I, Hugo, the villain, appear, and you cry out to Roderigo.
I thought Meg was my father, Don Pedro.
She is, but you don't know it yet. I've told you a dozen times. You haven't the slightest idea who you are until the end of Act 5.
Oh. Does Meg know?
Of course.
Then I want to know too. Why do I have to be the ignorant one?
Because if you know who you are, the play is over.
Play's too long anyways.
Amy, please just do the scene. Besides, it's not polite to correct the author.
Yes, and Joe is a regular Shakespeare.
Well, it's nothing really. All right, places, everybody. Are you ready? I am Hugo. Here I come with wicked intentions. Aha! I move closer. Aha!
Come and get your tea, girls.
Why can't we have coffee anymore, Hannah?
Because it's scarce and dear. Ships are needed in time of war, and they've got no time to go off to Brazil to bring back coffee for Miss Amy March. And some folks have got nothing better to do than to pry into other folks' business.
Who is it, Hannah?
That Lawrence boy,
What Lawrence boy?
Mr. Lawrence's grandson, he's come to live with him.
I didn't know the old fusspot had a grandson.
He just arrived last week, and from what I've heard, he sounds like a fine one.
Why? What's he done?
Well, besides running away from school,
That's the bravest thing I've ever heard.
he was caught in an army registration office lying about his age to try and join up. Can you imagine?
I certainly can. I should like to do the same thing.
Well, a fine soldier you'd make.
Joe, don't.
Oh, Joe.
It's our private property. I can look out as much as I like.
You're as bad as he is.
There he is.
Amy, Beth, stand back from the window.
Well, I'm certainly glad he's a boy. I should like to get to know a boy and have some fun for a change.
Don't say such things.
I wonder how I could get to know him. I know our cat could get lost, and he could bring it back.
That doesn't sound very romantic.
Who said anything about romance? Yoo-hoo, over here.
Joe,
Hello?
you're disgracing
Hello?
us.
Hello? Hello? That wretched boy, he waves back.
Perhaps now you'll draw the curtains and we can return to rehearsing our play.
I suppose. All right, where were we?
Roderigo, save me, save me.
Oh, yes. Well, perhaps if you try it or maybe if you... Oh, well, it's just no use. Do the best you can when the time comes, and if the audience boos, don't blame me.
I'm glad to find you so merry, my girls.
Marmy! Come and sit. You must be tired.
Come
Has
in.
anyone called, Beth? Come and kiss me, baby. Not today, Marmy. Joe, you look tired to death.
Oh, I'm all right.
Have you seen Uncle March about the position yet?
Not yet, Marmy. How was work with the Ladies' Army Aid Auxiliary today?
We're so short of blankets. We had to start cutting up carpets to send to the men.
I wouldn't mind sleeping under a carpet if I could join up.
Oh, Joe.
How's your cold, Meg?
Practically gone, Marmy.
Did you see Mrs. King today?
Yes, $4 a week, Marmy. The house is so lovely and the children seem so sweet. It won't be like work at all.
I'm so proud of you.
I'll wear a fee for you, Marmy.
Thank you, baby. Joe, be a dear and fetch my muff. I have a surprise for you.
A surprise for Joe?
Well, for all of you, really.
A letter?
From Father?
Send you all a little Christmas message. Now, who could that be?
From the sound of the pounding, I'd say Uncle March.
Yes, there's his sleigh. I'd like to have a sleigh one day. That way I don't have to walk everywhere.
Good evening, Uncle March.
Good evening. Not at all, miss, not at all. It's the dead middle of winter, and you haven't even shoveled a proper path to the door. I could have slipped and broken, well, who knows what? Well, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Uncle March.
I only dropped by to give you these. Meg,
Thank you, Uncle March.
Joe,
Thank you, Uncle March.
Amy,
Thank you, Uncle March.
Beth. Goodness gracious, where is that child?
Here I am, Uncle March.
Oh, stop skulking around like that and come out into the open, I always say.
Thank you, Uncle March.
Far be it from me to complain, but when I was a little boy, I used to make it a big part of my day to go to my uncle's house and wish them a Merry Christmas, not the other way around. I didn't force them to leave the comfort of their houses to travel halfway across the town to say Merry Christmas. See that you spend it wisely.
The girls and I have been planning to come and visit you tomorrow, Uncle.
Tomorrow? Well, we'll never know if there will be a tomorrow now, do we? Have you heard from that foolish father of yours, waltzing off into war like that? Doesn't he realize Lincoln needs fighters, not worn-out old preachers like himself?
We're very proud of Father, and you should be too.
Joe,
And we don't need anybody to take care of us.
My, aren't we hoity-toity?
some tea, Uncle March?
No, if your father had listened to me, all of you would be far better off today. I begged him not to invest that money into that swindler. You could take one look at him and you would know that he would take the pennies off a dead man's eyes. But your father believes that he sees good in every shiftless ne'er-do-goodwill that he shakes hands with.
Well, there's no point in dwelling on the past, Uncle, and...
Besides, it was our money that got lost, and it hasn't got anything to do with you.
Don't be impertinent with me, Miss Josephine March. You're as pig-headed as your father, and you've as much common sense as a dizzy cow. It's no use talking to you. It's no use talking to the lot of you. No one ever listened to my good advice. It's like talking to a flock of geese. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Uncle March.
Uncle March, wait.
How do you try to plan my patience now, Miss Impertinence?
It's just that I'd like to apologize for my outburst earlier, and I'm willing to bury the hatchet if you are, so what do you say?
Amy, where are you going?
I want to hear what she's saying to Uncle March.
Amy!
Well, you certainly are a trial, Miss Josephine March, but I suppose the devil you know is better than the one you don't. You may come around after the holidays if it suits you.
Thank you, Uncle March. You won't be sorry.
Merry Christmas, Joe.
Well, it's all settled then.
What is?
I'm going to be Uncle March's new paid companion.
Oh?
I'll read him books and keep him company and make pleasant conversation.
Pleasant conversation? When do you begin, dear?
After the holidays.
May we open our envelopes now, Marmee?
Yes, Amy.
Oh my!
$1!
A whole $1. How plummy. I can buy a new book. Maybe The Black Avenger.
I would love a new bonnet with lace and ribbons and a long feather.
And a new set of fiber pencils and a new sketch pad.
And what will you buy, Bethy? I would like some new music sheets.
May we go to the store now, Marmee, before it closes?
All right, girls. But what about Father's letter?
Yes, our letter from Father.
First, our letter from Father. To my loving wife, give my girls a kiss and tell them I think of them at day and pray for them at night and find my best comfort in their affections at all times. I know that they will remember all I've said, that they will be loving children to you and work diligently so that these hard times need not be wasted. I know that they will fight their bosom enemies bravely and conquer themselves so beautifully that when I come back to them, I may be prouder and fonder than ever of my little woman. Ma'am? Yes, Hannah?
It's a message from Mrs. Hummel. Wants to know if you can come right away.
Of course, Hannah. Amy, will you get my boots, my wrap, Joe? Good night, my children.
Good night,
night,
Marmee.
Marmee.
Don't wait up for me. I might be late. Good night.
Good night.
Marmee ought to have a new pair of slippers. I can make do with the music sheets I have.
No, I'm the man of the house while Papa's gone. I'll provide the slippers.
Beth thought of it first.
Then I'll buy her a new pair of shoes.
Gloves. A fine pair of pink gloves. Maybe, kid.
And a bottle of cologne. A small bottle. That won't cost much. That way I still have enough for my pencils.
But Joe, wouldn't the shops be closed by now?
Then we'll storm the Citadel. They'll have to open up for us. Come on.
We gotta put these back.
Wait, can someone grab this?
Christopher Columbus.
Kidney pie.
And popovers and fresh coffee.
And everything.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Hannah.
The table looks beautiful, Hannah.
Heavens, don't know what all the fuss is about. I remember back when I fixed you folks a breakfast like this every morning.
We must have been enormously rich. What was I wearing when we had so much money?
Diapers.
Is it Marmee up yet?
Oh yes, up and out.
On Christmas morning? Where's she?
At the Hummels. Poor Mrs. Hummel delivered her baby early this morning.
The Hummels have another baby?
One baby after another. 6 children, half frozen, huddled up together in no fire. All skin and bones they are. Your mother took her breakfast on over there, and I believe in charity as much as the next person, but we haven't got anything to spare.
Didn't she see her presents?
Oh yes, and right pleased with them she was. She said for you to have your breakfast and head on over to church. She'll meet you there.
What's the matter, Beth?
Not hungry anymore.
Beth dear, people are starving everywhere every day. If you let that worry you, you'll never eat again.
I try not to think about it.
We don't know those people, but we do know the Hummels. We passed their house on the way to church.
What are you saying? You're not thinking of giving our breakfast to the Hummels, would you? You wouldn't do a thing, could you?
I could.
So could I.
Well, it's all or none.
I don't suppose none is an option. All right, but I suggest a secret vote.
Oh, Amy.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, aye.
Good. It's decided then. Everybody bundle up.
What's going on then?
Grab your wrap, Hannah. We're off to the Hummels with just one stop along the way.
Land sakes, is my whole breakfast being sent on to the Hummels then?
The whole breakfast, Hannah.
Well then I guess I could spare a cord of wood too.
Oh, you're an angel, Hannah.
I'll carry the popovers. You can take the milk.
No, I can manage perfectly fine.
I'm sure you can. That's why you're taking the milk. We want to have something left for the Hummels.
Excuse me, miss. I believe you dropped this.
Why, thank you.
Come along, Josephine.
Say, you're that Lawrence boy who moved in next door, aren't you?
Yes, I am, Theodore Lawrence, and this is John Brooke, my tutor.
Well, how do you do?
How do you do?
And how do you do?
How do you do?
I'm Joe March, and that's Meg. And the other 3 up the road are Amy, Beth, and Hannah. Merry Christmas to you both.
And Merry Christmas to you.
You know, I've heard all about you. How you ran away from school and tried to join up. I think it's just plummy.
Joe, we should be going.
You know, I've seen you watching us from your window, and...
Well, I didn't mean to be rude, but, you know, it's so dull at grandfather's. Dull as a tootie, Frank. And, you know, your home always looks so interesting and fun, you know? Like a picture, when all the lamps are lit and you gather around your mother.
Where's your mother?
She died shortly after my father's death in Europe.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I give you leave to watch us anytime you like, and come over and join the picture if you feel like it.
I couldn't. Grandfather would say I was imposing.
Oh, Bilgewater. Theodore Lawrence, you're officially invited to call on the march home whenever you please.
Thank you.
Josephine, please.
Honestly, Meg, let's go. Well, goodbye.
For now.
For now.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Miss March.
Josephine March, what will they think of us now? Standing to speak like that on the road without being properly introduced?
Oh, I don't care. I'll bet you they don't care either. Besides, you certainly weren't very polite. You're getting as prissy as Amy. It wouldn't hurt you to say hello.
Not after the way that man stared at me.
What man? Oh, you mean Mr. Brooke? I hadn't noticed.
Well, I did. Oh my,
What is it?
they're still looking.
Who?
Mr. Brooke! Don't look!
Oh, me?
afternoon.
Mr. Theodore Lawrence, calling on Miss Josephine March.
Joe, you've got company. Right this way, Mr. Lawrence.
Oh, hello, Theodore.
Please, call me Lori. Everybody else does.
All right, Lori, then.
I expect to be wanting a spot of tea then,
Yes, thank you.
just as I thought.
Now then, Lori, tell me all about yourself before you arrived here in Concord.
Well, I used to live in Europe before my parents.
Europe, how exciting. I'm going there too, you know.
Really? When?
Oh, well, I don't know, really. My Uncle March, what a crotchety old thing he is, has rheumatism, and did I tell you I work as his companion? Anyway, the doctor said the baths in Europe might do him some good. Did you go to the baths? For rheumatism, I mean.
I don't have rheumatism.
Of course not, neither have I, but I figured they couldn't do you any harm. What do you think?
Here we are.
Thank you, Hannah.
This one will talk your ear out the stalk of corn if given half the chance.
Oh, I don't mind a bit. I like talking.
I hope so, for your sake. Enjoy. Call if you need anything.
Thank you, Hannah. Anyway, I really want to go to Europe for my writing. Travel is so important for a writer, don't you think?
I didn't even say a thing.
Anyway, how are you getting on with your grandfather?
Oh, it's fine, I suppose. It's just...
I know. You should have seen him before you came.
Really? Is it here, Holy Terror?
You want to meet my Uncle March. Slice of cake?
Please. Almost looks too good to eat.
Meg made it.
Meg? Is she the oldest? Brooke and I were wondering.
Why should he wonder about her?
Well, he seems rather taken with her. Surely you've noticed. Is she like anyone in particular?
So he sent you to find out for him. Well.
No, I just...
Well, you can tell him we don't like anyone in this house. I mean, we like many different people in this house, but we don't like young men. Well, we do like young men, but we don't like young men who wonder about who we like. Meg is just too young and too smart to wonder about who wonders about her.
Perhaps I'd better go.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be out of sorts. Oh, no, so clumsy of me. I'm so very sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Do you really want to go?
No, not really. It's so dull over there, and over here, everything seems so lively.
I'm glad you like it here.
I was hoping I could be one of your plays sometime. Would that be alright?
I'll say. I'd love to have someone else play the villain for a change. I hate wearing that mustache. It makes me sneeze.
Oh, really? Well, I know how to fence too.
Really?
Really? Here. On guard.
On guard.
You really know your stuff.
A hit. What say you?
A touch. I do confess.
Quit your frolicking. There's someone at the door. Mrs. March! Mrs. March! It's one of those telegram things.
It's father.
Oh, Mommy, no.
He's been wounded. He's at the hospital at Washington. I must go at once.
Well, I can ask grandfather for the carriage to take you to the train station.
We'll need money for the fare and expenses, but we don't have enough in our savings for those things.
I'll go and ask Uncle March.
Quickly, girls. We'll help your mother pack.
The next few hours were spent preparing Marmee for her journey. I set out for Uncle March's house on my self-appointed mission. I thought a request to help Marmee get to Thorn would be an unpleasant but simple task. I never imagined how my journey would end.
There now. I think that's everything. Don't forget these.
I wonder what could be keeping Joe.
Where is she?
The carriage is waiting outside, and grandfather set along a bottle of post for Mr. March.
Thank you, Lori, and give my kindest regards to your grandfather. Bet, place this in my traveling satchel?
Yes, Marmee.
Careful not to shake it.
Where's Joe?
Well, where is she? Where is she? Where's that foul-tempered daughter of yours?
I thought she was with you, Uncle March.
Not very likely. Not after her last visit. Here, take this. Lord knows you'll need more than what you asked for. One will only know what you'll find once you get there.
Thank you so very much, Uncle.
Now, to get there, you have to change trains in New York. Horrid, horrid city. And then you have to...
I don't think that'll be necessary, sir. Mr. Lawrence has already asked me to accompany Miss March on her train to Washington to make sure she gets there safely.
That's terribly kind, Mr. Brooke, but really, there's no need.
It'll be my great pleasure to be of service to you and your family. Besides, Mr. Lawrence has already engaged some work for me to do for him while I'm there.
That you're all so terribly kind. Thank you. Thank you all so very much.
Then with your permission, I'll load your luggage and wait for you outside in the carriage.
Thank you, Mr. Brooke.
I want to apologize for being less than neighborly in the past. You've been very kind, Mr. Brooke, and you don't know what a relief it is to know that Marmee will have someone by her side.
Thank you, Miss Margaret. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
What on earth is keeping that child?
At least finish your tea while you're waiting, ma'am.
Yes, Hannah, you're right. Betty, dear, don't forget the Hummels.
No, Marmee, I won't. I promise.
Well, it might kill someone to remember me once in a while. But I hope everything turns out for the best. I doubt it.
Goodbye,
Uncle March.
Yes, Missy, here I am, and no thanks to you. I had to get up, get dressed, and travel over here all by myself. Because you're so stubborn. You certainly don't get that from my side of the family.
Joe, where have you been? Marmee has been worried sick. We all were.
Yes, where were you?
Oh, well, I went to Uncle March and he croaked like he always does when someone asks him to open his wallet. And, well, I just couldn't stand it. There he is, his own nephew, sick in the hospital, and all he can do is croak about money. So, well, I lost my temper. And, well, here's my contribution.
$25? Joe, where on earth did you get that?
I came by it honestly. I only sold what belonged to me.
Your hair,
Joe! Well, goodness gracious, it doesn't affect the State of the Union or anything. I just happened by the wig maker shop on my way home, and I saw some tails of hair in the window with price tags on them. So I thought it might do me some good to have my mop cut off too. So I did.
Thank you, Joe.
Are you ready, Miss March? We'll have to hurry now if... Oh my God! Oh my... What happened? You look like a porcupine. Sorry.
Oh, it's all right.
It will go back and be just as beautiful as before, but you'll never be more beautiful to me than you are right now. I like it.
It will be easy to keep up.
And well, it's, strangely becoming.
Well, I have to hurry now, Miss March.
Can't miss your train.
Yes, you're right. Can we come? No, it's best if you stay here and carry on as usual. Remember to comfort one another. And Meg, you watch over your sisters? Try to be more patient, Joe. And Bethy, dear, don't forget the Hummels.
I won't. I promise, Marmee.
Amy, be obedient. Goodbye, my darlings. I'll keep this picture of you in my mind. God bless and keep us all.
Oh, Joe, you're crying.
No, I'm not. I'm fine.
It will be all right, dear. Marmee has Mr. Brooke with her, and Father's a strong man, I'm sure.
I'm not crying because of that.
What is it then?
My hair.
Now I'll see what you've been up to with all that scribbling lately. Is this why you haven't had any time for me lately?
Return it now, Mr. Lawrence, or never speak to me again.
Oh, alright. Just like a girl. First you say we aren't going to have any secrets, and now this.
This is different.
Still a secret.
No.
Well, you can keep it, 'cause I've got one too.
Oh, Bilgewater.
And it's plummy.
Very?
Very.
All right, if that's the game you're going to play, you tell me yours and I'll tell you mine. Oh, fine, read it yourself.
Pay to the order of Miss March $1 for a story entitled The Phantom Hand.
Well, what do you think of that?
$1?
Oh, laugh all you like, but someday I'll get as high as 10.
I swear I'll never understand you, cooped up in that attic every spare minute, riding away, missing out on all the fun we could be having. Joe, if it's money you want, I've got plenty of it.
It's not the money, not really. It's a feeling I get, a strange feeling on the inside. It's my story, and soon it will be in print. People will read it, something that I wrote.
Well, I don't understand it, but if it makes you happy, then I suppose.
All right, now play fair, Teddy. What's your secret?
I know where Meg's missing glove is.
Is that all?
Ask where it is.
Well, where is it?
Brooke has it.
How do you know?
Saw it.
Where?
His pocket. He found it the night they danced together at grandfather's. Isn't that romantic?
No, it's rubbish.
I thought you'd be pleased.
Pleased? At the thought of someone taking Meg away? Why do things always have to change just when they seem perfect? You know, Meg used to tell me everything. Now she thinks that John is a lovely name, that brown eyes are beautiful. Well, I think it's sickly, sentimental, romantic rubbish, and he'd better not try to break our family up.
You'll feel differently when someone else comes to take you away.
I'd like to see someone try it. I'll die a spinster rowing my own canoe before I let any man catch me.
I'll catch you, Joe.
Never. Open up. Open the door.
Hey.
Good afternoon, Miss Josephine. Good afternoon, Master Theodore.
Yes, well, thank you for your assistance this afternoon, John.
My pleasure.
Goodbye, Mr. Brooke.
Yes, goodbye now, John.
Goodbye, Meg.
I have never been more embarrassed in all my days. When will you stop behaving like a child?
Not till I'm old and stiff and need a crutch. Don't try to make me grow up before my time, Meg. It's bad enough having you change all of a sudden. Let me be a little girl as long as I can.
I haven't changed a bit, but it's time you stopped your romping ways. Just look at you. No hairpins, no combs, running down a public road like a loose horse.
I wish I were a horse.
Oh, you're such a child.
Well, goodbye now, I suppose. Joe, why are you mad at me?
Hannah, where's Hannah? Please get Hannah.
Beth, what's the matter?
No, Joe, don't come near me. I feel so tired and please, where's Hannah?
Hannah, come quickly.
What's happened, Joe?
No, Meg, don't come near me.
Here, Beth, why don't you come in?
No. Oh, Joe, the baby died. The little homo baby died in my lap.
Oh, my poor Beth.
Come and lay down on the...
What is it? The baby seems laid in my lap, seemed so still. It cried, it let out a tremble. I tried to warm its feet, but it lay so still. Then I knew she was dead.
Oh, Bethy, it's not your fault.
The doctor came and said it was scarlet fever.
Oh, Beth.
Come lay down on the...
No, Amy, don't come near me. I feel so tired and I feel so strange.
Joe, help me get her up to the room.
It's all right. I'm back. I'll be fine.
Of course, Bethy. Of course you will.
Meg, run and get Dr. Bangs.
Yes, Hannah, right away.
And you, miss, are to stay clear of things down here. We'll have to send you to your Uncle March's for a spell. It's for your own good.
I won't go. I won't. I'd rather have scarlet fever and die than have to go to Uncle March's.
Over heaven's sakes, Amy, be quiet for once in your life.
Other side of the stage. Good hammer. Go back during the transition.
You know, scarlet fever is no joke, miss. You should be off as soon as you can.
But it's still at Uncle March's and he's so cross. I don't want to be sent off as on the way.
It's to keep you well. I'll tell you what, I have a plan. I'll pop in every single day to tell you how Beth is.
And take me out driving.
Every single day, on my honor.
And bring me back the minute Beth as well.
The identical minute. See if I don't.
All right then.
There's a good girl. I forgot my luggage. I need my luggage. I need my luggage. It's not that scene. Hannah, you shouldn't be getting up. I just came by to tell you how Beth is.
Dr. Banks had expected the fever to break by now. I'm afraid we'll need to call for Mrs. March as soon as Meg returns.
Oh, Hannah.
You children begged me to telegram her weeks ago, but I was afraid of fretting her just yet. But now the doctor says the end may be very close, and I'm afraid Miss Beth is getting weaker and weaker every minute.
Hannah?
Yes, miss.
Joe.
She doesn't even recognize us. How I wish Marmee were here. She'd know what to do.
Don't cry, Joe. You can hold on to me. I'll be strong for you.
How I wish I'd sent that telegram.
Joe, Mommy will be here soon.
No, she won't. How could she be? There's in time.
I got fidgety, and so did Grandfather. So we sent Brooke back to fetch her. She'll be on the 5 o'clock train.
Marmee? Here in a few hours?
Yes, Joe.
Oh, Lori. Sorry, I didn't mean to fly at you like that. It's just, well, I didn't know any other way to say thank you.
Well, fly at me again. I rather liked it.
No, thank you. I'll do it by proxy when your grandfather comes.
Well, we'll laugh and have fun and games, just like old times. You'll see.
I hope so, Lori. Truly, I do. If life is as hard as this, I don't think I'll ever get through it.
Well, I'm off to the stations now, and I shan't spare the horses.
Please, Lord, if you must take Bethy, please wait until Marmee gets home. But please, Lord, please don't take her because she's such a... Well, please don't.
Yes. Exactly as you say, Dr. Banks. The fever has broken.
Oh, thank heaven.
She says she's starting to pull through now.
Oh, Hannah, I don't think I'll ever complain about another thing in my life again.
We're to give her lots of warm milk for strength. And as soon as she's able, we'll have her in the recovery and a slap and a bang, miss.
Of course, Hannah. What about Amy?
Send for as soon as the doctor said. Is Beth resting now?
Yes, I'll have her old linen stripped and fresh ones on in just a few minutes.
We're to have plenty of milk for her.
Yes, Hannah. Marmee.
She's going to be okay. The doctor says she should be well in recovery.
Bethy? Marmee, I thought you looked so beautiful.
Amy!
Oh, Marmee, I came straight away like your note said.
She's going to recover. Our Bethy is going to recover.
Oh, Beth, you have no idea how worried I was about you. I thought about you night and day. I even wrote a will.
A will?
A will, yes, just in case I got sick. You shouldn't laugh. I left my plaster rabbit, my sketch pad, and my bronze inkstand.
Well, that's very thoughtful.
But since I didn't die, no one gets anything.
Pardon me, is this the March home?
It is indeed.
Then I have a special delivery for you.
Father!
Meg, Hannah, Amy, Joe, and now, my dear, dear Bethy.
Oh, this is plummy. The whole March family together again. I call this splendid, really I do.
years passed, Father and Beth gradually regained much of their old strength. Yet Bethy seemed more fragile than before, and all but Father acknowledged this. The bonds of friendship with our neighbors, the Lawrences, grew ever stronger, until Laurie seemed almost one of the family. One member of the Lawrence household seemed truly bent on joining our little family. More disturbing still was the fact that Meg seemed all too willing to oblige his little whim.
Will you be using this room much longer?
Why, are you expecting someone?
What are you doing?
Writing.
Well, I can see that. I meant, what are you working on?
I don't know yet, but it seems like it may very well become a tragedy depending on what the heroine decides.
Well, do keep me posted.
I'll do my best.
Will you be using this room much longer?
Why, are you expecting someone?
I? Of course not.
You are! You're expecting that man, aren't you?
Don't be foolish. And if you happen to be referring to Mr. Brooke,
I knew it! I knew it! You think you're in love with him, don't you?
I did? Well,
I can tell you right now, you're not.
I'm not?
Of course not. I'm a writer, and I write about girls who are in love all the time. So I can tell you, you have none of the signs. You sleep fine, you eat well, and you're never depressed. Clearly you're not in love. So there's no need for you to go off and do anything foolish like marrying that man.
I don't intend to marry any man.
You don't? Well, cheers for you, Meg March.
Well, now.
You should figure out what you want to say to him now. It wouldn't be polite to just send him packing.
Well, I have no intention of being rude. Oh, really, this is all just so silly. Who says he'll ask for my hand at all? All right, well, if he does, I'll just say to him quite calmly and politely, I must agree with Marmee. I'm too young to enter into an engagement right now, but you've been so kind, Mr. Brooke, and I hope we can continue to be good friends. How's that?
Good stiff. That ought to throw him off the track. Just hand him his walking papers and things get back to normal around here.
It's him, Joe. I just know it.
I'll clear out of the way. Just remember, cool and stiff. How I'd love to see his face. Good afternoon, Mr. Brooke. Meg is in the sitting room. She's been expecting you.
Oh, really? Well, I only stopped by because I'd forgotten my umbrella, and I thought I might speak with your father, too.
He's in the coat rack. It's reading the paper. I'll go tell him you're here.
Meg, have I upset you somehow? Please don't be mad at me.
How could I be? You've been so kind to our family. I only wish I could find a way to thank you properly.
Shall I tell you how?
Please don't.
Meg, please listen to me. I love you, and even if you don't love me, maybe someday you might learn.
I don't choose to learn now, please.
Do you really mean that?
Yes, I do.
Once you think about it, I'll wait.
I'd rather you not. Now, please.
Meg, please.
What's this? What's going on here?
He's just a friend of Father's. I'm so surprised to see you.
That's evident. It's clear that there's mischief going on here, and I intend on knowing what it is.
No, really. We were just talking, and he forgot his umbrella, and...
Oh, I see it all now. Has he proposed?
Please, he'll hear you. Shall I call Father?
No, not until I speak my mind. Now, let me tell you, Missy, that if you marry this hook or rook or crook, not a penny of my money goes to you.
I shall marry whom I please, Uncle March, and you should leave your money to whoever you please.
Now, be a reasonable girl. It is your duty to find and marry a wealthy man. You can be clear that this hook fellow knows that you have a rich relation, me, and that's why he wants to marry you.
How dare you say such a thing? Why, my John would no more marry for money than I would.
My, hoity-toity, aren't we? Well, let's see how you like it when you try loving a cottage and find it a failure.
Can't be any worse than what one finds in a big empty house.
Well, I never. Do what you do. Do what you please. But see where my good advice gets me? But just remember, the day you marry him is the day I disinherit you. Now well, you maybe forgot what I came here for. Miss Insolence, I washed my hands of you. The lot of you.
I couldn't help but hearing, Meg. Thank you for defending me, and thanks to Uncle Marsh for proving that you do care for me a little bit.
I didn't know how much until he said all those dreadful things.
Will you wait for me?
Marmee, come downstairs quick! John Brooke is acting dreadfully, and Meg likes it.
hearts were so full with preparations and plans for the wedding that we scarcely had time to think about the void that would be left in our little house on the day of Meg's departure. But that day came at last, and with it the same feelings of joy and loss that attend the members at most weddings.
Joe, come back. The celebration has just begun. Oh, Joe, don't cry. It'll be alright.
No, it won't. Our family will never be the same again.
But you still have me, Joe.
I know, Teddy. You don't know how much I appreciate that, my dear, dear boy. Now then, I've had my silly scene, and we should get back to the party before we're missed.
Not just yet. Please, Joe, there's something I need to ask you.
No, Teddy, please don't.
I will. And you must listen. The sooner, the better for both of us.
Say what you like then. I'll listen.
Joe, I've loved you ever since I've known you. I couldn't help it. I've tried to show you, but you wouldn't let me. Now I'm going to make you hear and give me an answer.
I wanted to save you this. I never wanted you to care for me this way. I tried to keep you from it when I could.
Joe, I've loved you all the more for it. I've tried to show you. Well, ever since I came back from college.
I know.
Joe, I know I'm not half good enough, but if you love me, you can make me into anything you like.
I wouldn't change you, Laurie, not for the world. It's you who'd have to change me. You should marry someone lovely and accomplished who'll adore you and grace your fine house. I couldn't. I loathe the social whirl and you like it. You hate my scribbling and I couldn't get on without it. In the end we'd quarrel and...
No, we...
Yes, we always have. It would be horrid if we were ever foolish enough to...
Marry? No, it would be heaven if we took a chance. Please, Joe, don't disappoint me. Everyone expects it. My grandfather has his heart set on it. Your family too, Joe. Please, I can't go on without you. Say you will. Marry me?
I can't. Oh, Laurie, I'm sorry. I've tried to love you the way you want because I am so proud and fond of you. And I do love you. I love you so dearly as a friend. But I can never love you as a wife. It would be a lie to say I do when I don't.
Really? Truly, Joe?
Really and truly. I don't believe I shall ever marry. I love my liberty too well to give it up for any man.
I know you. Yes, you will. You'll meet some no-account, good-for-nothing idiot and fall in love. It's your way. You'll work and live and die just for him. And I'll have to stand by and watch. Well, I'll be hanged if I do.
Laurie, come back. Wait, where are you going?
To the devil. Someday you'll be sorry, Joe March.
Why, Joe? Have you locked yourself away like this? You were missed. Meg and John wanted you there to see them off.
I'm sorry, Marmee. I felt tired and I wanted to be alone for a while.
Well, all right then, dear.
Marmee, what sort of plans do you have for us?
Plans, dear?
Yes. You know how some mothers have plans for their daughters, wanting them to marry rich men or something? You asked me the other day what my wishes were, and, well, I'll tell you, as soon as I hear what you want.
Well, I suppose I wish a good many things, no different from anyone else. I want my children to be admired, loved, and respected. I want you to lead good and useful lives. I pray life sends you as little sorrow as possible. Of course, I'm ambitious for you like any other mother. I'd be happy to see you marry a rich man if you loved him, but I would rather see you happy as a poor man's wife or a spinster than ever watch you lose your self-respect or happiness in a loveless marriage, even if it made you the queen of the world.
Oh, thank you, Marmee.
What's this?
I knew I chose right. I'm never getting married, ever.
Oh, really, dear?
No. Now I'll tell you what I want. I want to go away.
Well, why, Joe?
I've thought about it a while, and I need something new. I'm restless. I need to be out seeing and doing. I want to hop a little ways and try my wings.
Well, where do you intend to hop?
New York.
Joe!
You have Amy to take care of Uncle March. They're more compatible anyhow. And you have Beth here to help. And I thought I might go to work at Mrs. Kirk's. She's been looking for someone to help with the children. And with so much to see and hear, I'd get plenty of new ideas for my stories.
Joe, dear, be sure that you are running to something and not away from something. Or someone. Is it Laurie?
Oh, Marmee, he's gotten this sentimental, romantic rubbish into his head. And I thought it would all blow over, but it's only gotten worse.
How do you feel about it?
I love him dearly as a friend, so I think if I go away for a while, he'll get over it, and then one day, things get back to the way they were. I just know I don't want to make a mistake.
You're right, dear. I think it might be best for both of you. I'll go right to Mrs. Kirk, and if Father agrees, it can be managed. You shall go.
Thank you, Marmee.
Now, come along, dear, and let's watch Meg and John off on their honeymoon.
All right, Marmee.
Good afternoon, Mr. March. I'll show you right in.
Show yourself in. The most remarkably slow woman I've ever had a chance to meet.
Good afternoon, Uncle March.
I expect you'll be wanting a spot of tea then?
Goodness no. I'll have completed my business here, driven to town, and completed all of my afternoon calls before you could even capably warm up a pot.
Very good then, sir.
Now, let me get right to the point. As I have said before, I am traveling next month to Europe, and I will require a proper traveling companion.
We'll wire for Joe immediately, Uncle.
Goodness no, I said a proper traveling companion. That one's got such a blunt disposition, she would put a freeze on foreign relations for the next decade. Goodness no.
But Uncle...
No, my mind is already made up. Amy will accompany me. Amy is docile and respectful. We're more similar in temperament, and she will receive this opportunity graciously and without a sense of entitlement.
Uncle, I don't...
Hush now. Any excuses now would be stuff and nonsense. Besides, it's time you've had a chance to try your talents. Rome will give you a chance to study your art.
Thank you, Uncle March.
This will be an exceptional opportunity.
Oh, pish posh.
Thank you, Uncle March.
Nonsense, my dear. Well, I'm off now to begin our preparations. You'll call on me tomorrow to begin our arrangements for your traveling wardrobe. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Uncle March, and thank you again.
Europe will do you a world of good, child. A world of good.
Oh, Marmee.
Poor Joe.
Uncle March is quite decided. It will be wrong for us to change his decisions. There won't be no undoing for Joe this time.
But she'd be so dreadfully disappointed. How would I ever tell her?
Let's not ruin your good fortune with those bad thoughts. Joe will have her gift one day. For now, we must wait.
Yes, Father's right. No reapproaches and no regrets. You can stop and settle in New York to see her personally if that will help.
Yes, Marmee, that will be a comfort.
I hate to be selfish, but I'm glad Joe isn't going that far away. I can barely bear with her gone to New York.
Yes, my dear, I know.
Well, enough conversation for now. We have some preparations to begin.
Receiving an urgent message.
Has Joe arrived yet?
No, miss. Your father took the carriage on over to the station. She'll meet him there.
Is there anything we can do to help right now?
Land sakes, no. There's little enough for me to do it now as it is.
The house has been so empty with Joe gone, and now with Amy off, and...
Has the telegram been sent?
Straight away, same day as Miss Josephine's. Amy's answer seemed to come back as soon as she received it. Already headed back she was. But your parents wouldn't allow it. Too long and costly of a trip. And it wouldn't be fair to your Uncle March, as though that Biddy ever worried about anyone but himself.
The poor dear.
She must be heartsick.
That she is. But Mr. Lawrence and Lori would be able to meet her in Nice and would be able to comfort her.
I'm sure they will, and Laurie's been such a comfort. Joe, you've arrived at last.
Oh, Meg.
I'll take your
Hannah.
The house has been so empty without you.
I'll go fetch Marmee.
Oh, Papa, what can we do? I feel so alone. There must be something.
Nothing. It's just a matter of time now. There. We mustn't let her see us cry.
I know, Father. I'll be strong. For Bethy.
I know you will. I never doubt you for a moment, my brave girl.
Marmee.
Joe, dear, it's so good to have you home again.
Oh, Beth. My Beth.
I've been longing to see you, Joe. Here you are, just like I dreamed. If only Amy were here, we would be all together again.
Oh, Beth.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but...
Yes, you're right, John. We should be returning back to the twins now. I'll bring them round in the morning for the visit if you'd like.
Yes, I'm so eager to see them.
Until tomorrow, then.
Goodbye.
Bye. Well then, I have so much to tell you I hardly know where to start.
We'll leave the two of you to chat up then.
Good night, my girls.
Marmee.
Good night, Beth. Good night, Joe.
Good night, Father. Well then, presents first. There you are.
Oh, Joe, you're so thoughtful.
Well, wind it up. I thought that it could accompany you while you play, since you haven't had me to croak along with you lately.
Oh, Joe, I don't play anymore.
Oh. I almost forgot to tell you what I've been working on. A book.
A whole novel?
Yep.
May I read it?
Well, I don't have it on hand right now. I finished it right before I left.
When will it be published?
Oh, who knows? I didn't leave it with a publisher. I left it with Professor Bear.
You must be very fond of him.
I am. You see, he's the reason I wrote the book. He told me that it was time I start writing about the people and places and things I know, instead of a bunch of made-up people and places I've never seen.
You did?
Yes, Bethy, I did.
What is your book about?
You, Bethy. Well, all of us, really. Right here. Our little family and all the happy times we used to share.
Oh, Joe, don't cry.
I'm not crying. Not really. I'm just so lonesome. Lonesome for Meg and Amy and all our old times together.
It's alright, Joe. It's alright. You don't need to be brave. But don't tell Father or Marmee. But I feel myself going away each day, like the tide going out.
Oh, please don't say it, Bethy, please.
Isn't it funny? Me telling you, cricket by the hearth. Always content to stay at home, while you, Meg and Amy, always dreamed of going away. But I guess it's my turn to go away first. I'm sorry, Joe. Sorry I can't express myself properly.
Oh, Beth.
It just seems like I've never tended to live long. I never knew what I wanted to do, but I guess love is something I can always take with me, and I have a lot of. It's alright, Joe. I think I may be homesick for you.
Nothing can part us, Bethy. Not really. Not ever.
Joe, you must take my place for Father and Marmee. They will turn to you. Help them through this.
I will, Bethy. You know I will.
Thanks, Joe. Thank you. I feel I can rest now. I feel so tired. And I...
Joe, Hannah and I are driving over to Meg's to greet the wedding party. Father and John are driving over straight from the station. I know Amy is eager to see you. She and Lori missed us so much at their wedding in Nice. Won't you reconsider and come with us?
I'll be fine, Marmee. Besides, someone has to keep the home fires burning till the entourage arrives here. And besides, I'll be seeing Uncle March soon enough.
I suppose you're right. I just worry so. We've all had so much to bear lately, and my mind's been wandering more and more to you. Are you all right, Joe? I know how disappointed you were when Uncle March took Amy in your place, and then, well...
Bethy.
Yes, Bethy. Is it the marriage, Joe?
Oh, no. I'm not upset about that. Things worked out just the way they should have. It's just that I've been feeling a little lonely lately. Lonely and sad for things that can never be the way they were again. Perhaps if Lori had proposed to me now, I might have accepted him, just because lately it means more to me to be loved than it used to.
Oh, Joe, your time will come.
No, Marmee, I don't think I'll ever marry.
Yes, you will. Because you've always known what you wanted, and you've had the courage to follow through, so your time will come, and it will be just right because you've always known what you wanted.
We've got to shake our tail feathers, Mrs. March, unless you want to miss their arrival.
Yes, Hannah. I'm coming. Joe, put the kettle on, and we'll be back with the newlyweds before you know it.
Come in.
Guess who?
Lori! Oh, my Teddy, it's so good to see you. Where are the others? Marmee and Hannah just started over, and...
There's still Megs. I slipped out because I wanted to see you first, Joe. There's one thing I need to say, and then we'll put it away forever.
You don't need to say it, Lori. It was meant to be.
I know that now.
You were so headstrong and certain then.
Well, now that things are properly settled around here, it'll be just like old times around here.
No, the old days can never come back. We aren't playmates anymore. We're man and woman now. But we can be brother and sister and love and help each other for the rest of our lives.
Yes, always, Joe.
Where is she? Where's my Joe?
Oh, Amy, or should I say Mrs. Lawrence, just look at you.
Bless her, she ain't in silk from head to foot with a new pair of bustle to boot.
Oh, Joe, can you ever forgive me? We left you with so many burdens to bear, but never again.
Oh, Amy, just look at you. To think that I should ever see the day when you turn our dear Teddy into a henpecked husband.
No welcome home for me, Miss Congeniality?
Of course, Uncle March. It's so good to have you home again.
Not at all, not at all. Look at me, spending all that money on those fancy foreign doctors and medicinal baths. And for what? To come come home on a day like today? Europe isn't at all what they said it was. It was so foreign. They simply refused to speak to me in English, just babbled on and on. But they understood me, I have no doubt. They just wouldn't listen.
Things are the same all over the world. I'll go late tea service then.
Thank you, Hannah.
Now then, tell me all about Europe.
Europe? What is there to tell? Nothing but a collection of ancient, broken down buildings and filthy, filthy streets.
But even in Europe, one finds the dirt so picturesque.
Charmingly put, Miss Lawrence.
My Wi-Fi's quite a way of words.
We're all familiar with it, Mr. Lawrence.
Now tell us what your plans are for once you two have settled in.
Well, I shouldn't wonder if she drove 6 white horses, ate off gold plates, and wore diamonds every day, since Teddy thinks nothing's too good for her.
Oh, Joe, really?
It's to Miss Josephine March. It just arrived by post.
But I wasn't expecting...
Well, open it, Joe. Let's see what it is.
It's my book.
Wonderful.
It's from Professor Bear. A friend of mine here in New York has agreed to publish your wonderful novel. He has great hopes for it, and so it is with deepest regards and best wishes that I send you the first copy. I have never read another piece with such simple truth and beauty. Fondly, Fritz Bear.
Your first book.
Oh, Joe, we're so proud of you.
That's nice, Joe.
My Bed by Josephine March.
Read for us, Joe.
Oh no, really, I can't.
Please,
Come
Joe.
on, please.
Please.
Dedicated with love to my sister Beth. My mind drifts back to that Christmas Eve so long ago, when nothing in our little home seemed wrong, and nothing in the world outside seemed right.
Thank you all for coming to Bloomington High School's production of Little Women. Today is our last show of the 2023-2024 season. I'm Mrs. Richardson. I'm the theater teacher.
Hello, I am Miss Juarez. I am the student teacher, so I've been working on the productions with the students since November. So we just want to say something about wanting to congratulate our seniors for their hard work. Seniors from the booth, please make your way down onto the stage. Anthony and Sam, please make your way down.
We want to start off by celebrating Ashley Soto. She has done 2 years of advanced acting and a total of 6 shows.
Next, can we please get Edward Cutino? Please make your way out of the wings, Edward. Edward has done, I got lost. 1 year of technical theater and 4 productions with us.
All right, next we have Sam Gutierrez, who has done 1 year of technical theater, but has done a total of 6 shows with us.
Next we have Anthony Ontiveros, 1 year of acting, 1 year of technical theater, and 4 shows with us.
Next we have Kyle Sanders, who has done 1 year of theater and a total of 5 shows with us.
We have Abigail Gallegos Briseño, who has done 1 year of theater and 4 shows with us.
We have Jose Ramirez Hinojosa, who has done 2 years of acting and 5 shows with us.
We have Blanca Mendoza, who has done 2 years of acting and 5 shows with us.
We have Regina Sanchez, who has done 1 year of advanced acting and has done 6 shows with us.
We have Andrew Robinson, who has done 3 years of acting and 9 shows.
And we have Amanda Creechy, who has been in acting for all 4 years, has done 2 technical theater classes, and has been in 11 productions. We'd like to take a moment and give our seniors a standing ovation as they take their final bow here at Bloomington High School. Come up, seniors. Thank you so much, seniors. You will be missed. Thank you guys for coming.